everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show here on the Kokomo Post, partnered with Walls Furniture and Mattress of Kokomo. My name is Drew Larison. This is MTM. Mr. Mayor, it's a hot one.
It is a hot one, but according to the radar, it looks like that we might be getting hammered right now. But
yeah, we can't hear it in our studio, but it's supposed to, it's like downpouring right now. It's nice to be in here.
Sure.
Nice little cool, comfy spot. We needed some rain because I feel like... I talked about it a few weeks back. There's been a few times where we were supposed to get a bunch of rain, a bunch of storms, and it always just like broke north or south.
Exactly.
There's like a force field around Kokomo.
And my wife was all bummed because she was hoping that it would rain and water her garden.
There you go.
I got to go out and...
Did you put a Wakanda force field around the city of Kokomo?
Maybe.
I like it. Yeah, so hopefully
Wakanda
everything,
forever.
Wakanda forever. There it is. How many people can say they've done that?
Wow. I don't know.
Not a lot.
Ironically, I watched Infinity War and Endgame yesterday.
What a great day.
Oh, my gosh. It was the end of the day.
Those are my two favorite movies.
Yeah.
Easily my two favorite movies when people ask me.
Did I tell you I'm watching all of the Marvel movies? Because I haven't seen most of them. Yeah. I'm watching them in chronological order.
So what site did you go to have the appropriate chronology? Because I heard there was like
Disney Plus. Disney Plus has like
they do.
like a timeline where they tell you what's the order. Yeah.
Yeah, so far
you're watching all of them.
I would love to.
You're watching Agent Carter.
I watched all of Agent Carter.
Good.
I watched Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Watching Iron Man, and I just watched Iron Man 2. There's been a lot of Marvel in our house.
I like Iron Man movies.
Did you see the first drop of Ms. Marvel?
No.
Yeah, it's the new Disney Plus. So the next, I think it's a lead into the
She-Hulk,
Team Marvel or something. That? Yeah, they were thinking of that too. But
She-Hulk actually was a comic way back in the day, so it's not like a new thing. It was an actual comic way back in the day. Anyway, so if you probably noticed, we are doing this live once again. This is Mayor Tyler Moore Show live. So if you have any questions for the mayor, every time we do this show, we have a segment called the Ask the Mayor segment, partnered with Lexi's Drink Barn. Leave it in the chat below on the live video. I will be working on finding those questions and putting them over here, so when we get to that segment of the show, we can have some good Q&A sections. So, I mean, how was your weekend? You doing everything go all right?
Busy, yeah. Everything went all right. My niece had her little dance recital at IUK, so there was a whole ensemble of prodigies that are working their way through the various levels of dance. So that was always fun. Auditorium was full, but good time. Got a couple of graduation open houses in. The Rubber Soul Saturday night still played. A little rainy, a little bit. Kudos to all those that braved the elements and hung it out and ended up seeing a really good show. So
love that.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do much this weekend. It was a pretty lazy weekend.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm like suffering from this like cold that's going around, so I'm trying to get over that and rest. But it was good. But you know who had a great weekend were the Kokomo Bobkats.
The Kokomo Bobkats.
Kokomo Bobkats swept the Owensboro Thoroughbreds to win the Lower Midwest Championship, which is really cool because this team has had some ups and downs.
It was a rough start.
A lot of them. They started off 1-7, and then they came back to be the Lower Midwest champions, and now they move on to play the Toledo Glass City is what they're called. Team from Toledo, we've played them once. They beat us by like 4 in Memorial Gym, like back in March. So I haven't played them since. But if we win that, then we are the Midwest champs and go on to play, for the Eastern section champs. So it's a lot. So but they're doing well. They've got a home game this Thursday at Memorial Gym, and it's going to be a hot.
It's going to be hot. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know if they run everybody in just the west doors to keep the humidity coming in through gate 8 from either end, because I know the last season it got a little slippery at times when it was humid in there. So let's hope that there's not enough activity in there before they can keep it closed up and get it ready.
Yeah, it really probably does become like a safety hazard at some point, because just natural condensation starts on the court, as well as the players who are playing really hard in that heat. that can be exhausting.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but they are moving forward in the playoffs. So if you want to catch them this Thursday
night
at Memorial Gym at 7:05,
let's do it.
Is when it goes. And then they'll go from games 2 at Toledo. And if game 3 is necessary, game 3 will be at Toledo too. Since we were the lower seed in the bracket, we don't get a lot of home court advantage stuff.
Take care of it over in Toledo and
that's right.
Bring it home for the regional.
100%. Let's pay some bills real quick. We got a few ad reads. IPT's summer sports season is here, and IPT Screen Printing is the place to go for all your uniform needs. Contact Kyle Fouts at 765-480-3082 for more information. 20-shirt minimum required. Check them out on Facebook. That's IPT's Screen Printing. Screen printed apparel for any occasion, uniforms for any sport. Fun Factory Outlet Indiana. Summer's in full swing at the Fun Factory Outlet Indiana. Fun Factory Outlet has customization options to fit the needs of every family. Check out the versatile swing set options and set designs that can include picnic tables with multiple climbing options, different and additional slides, ramps, mucky bars. Skylofts are available as well as fun accessories like chalkboard paint, bubble panels, or even tic-tac-toe. Give them a call at 765-522-PLAY. Fun Factory Outlet. Oh, I almost did it. Almost did the whole thing. Fun Factory Outlet Indiana is located just south of Crossroads Church on 931 in Kokomo. So a few things going on at the Kokomo Post right now.
Yes, sir.
Gas prices are insane. Everybody knows that. We were just talking about it before we went live, and weirdly enough, Indiana, the
crossroads of America.
Maybe that's
that must be it.
Indiana is in the same category as the highest states in the nation when it comes to average price.
California, Hawaii, Alaska. Everything along the West Coast, it's just odd.
It's crazy, yeah. And I'm going to pull up.
Us in Illinois.
Still have those averages. Yeah, us in Illinois, for some reason, we are like up there with everybody else. So here at the Kokomo Post, we want to help out with that. We've got $100 in gas. We're giving away every single week at thekokomopost.com/gas. This week is partnered with the venue here in Kokomo. So the venue is a new wedding venue and event space here in Kokomo.
Space.
Yeah, love it. Beautiful spot. We did a live over there not too long ago, and it's actually over on the Brookstone building, which used to be a UAW hall.
Correct. Yep.
So that was cool.
Right there,
and they completely remodeled it. It's gorgeous out there. So thank you to them for being the partner for this week's Kokomo Post gas giveaways. You can see the link for that is now in the chat. Thank you, Aaron. We're giving away $100 a month, or every $100 a week. Every month of summer. So like over $1,200 in gas we're giving away. So all you have to go to is kokomopost.com/gas, as well as we have the Father's Day giveaway going on right now.
Look out.
Which that's a giveaway. Folks, I mean, you guys don't realize it. You guys just sit back and enter to win these sweepstakes, but like a lot of work goes into these sweepstakes, and a lot of like awesome people donate to these sweepstakes. Here's what is all included in the Father's Day sweepstakes. It's an $80 gift card to Half Moon Restaurant and Brewery, 2 rounds of golf with a cart at Wildcat Creek Golf Course, $70 in value of a gift basket to Black Wax Cafe, a product gift basket, and a $25 gift card to Barlow's Barbershop right on the square. $50 gift card to Soremouth Tackle, a candle from Wise Choice Products, $25 gift certificate to City at First Adventure Park, and $150 beef bundle to Indiana Beef Company.
And that is all the one package, one winner.
Yeah.
One winner.
Crazy amount of stuff that happens to that. So if you want to enter to that, it's a great excuse. You don't have to worry about what you're getting your dad for Father's Day, because it's always a weird gift to buy. Just go to thekokomopost.com/fathers-day-2022. The link is also in the chat for that too.
Awesome.
There's a lot of stuff going on at the Kokomo Post right now. And just a reminder, if you have any questions for the mayor, make sure to leave them in the chat below for the Ask the Mayor segment. But other than that, what's going on at City Hall?
City Hall is a lot of planning. I mean, there's still a lot of interest on what's happening here. Obviously trying to get some street projects and road projects done, and I get that it looks like there's things going on everywhere because NIPSCO is downtown working on this last phase, or the 6th phase of gas line replacement, and they're unfortunately in the heart of downtown working up and down Superior Street, Buckeye Street. I think now they're down Mulberry in front of Jamie's and Walt Moss Barbershop and stuff. So they're hopping all over. So thank you all for your patience as they navigate through that. But a lot of stuff we're working on is somewhat in the perimeter, still finishing up Markland, getting to Park, getting ready to address the intersection there at Lincoln and Berkeley by Kokomo High School to widen that up and get dedicated left turn lanes to relieve some of the congestion before and after school there. So a lot of that going on. Kokomo Beach is still in full swing. I'm sure they'll be busy this week, as hot as it's going to be. So folks can enjoy that. Summer concert series, kicked that off this past Saturday. Mentioned that. I mean, so and we got 3 weekends in a row. Still got one this weekend, and then the Carver Fest on the 25th. So a lot of stuff going on, but outside of that, just got a lot of folks interested in developing additional housing with stuff that's been announced and coming, and downtown development still as well. People looking at opportunities for additional housing. It's just crazy that there's still such a demand for housing in the downtown area, and we love that. So trying to get on that as well. So
when you say
planning,
the announcements that I'm guessing that Samsung has a part in that, right?
Samsung, Stellantis joint venture battery plant announcement. Yeah. So not only do we have to start looking to 2025 when those 1,400 employees are start, many of which we hope are from this area. But until then, starting pretty much this fall, we're going to have close to 2,000 people coming in to help build this thing. So we're going to find, we're working with the general contractor to try to secure housing in the region, get them fed, 30 meals a day. They're out on the website, out on the work site. So all hands on deck, things that we didn't think that we'd be asked to participate in once we get the development going, but it's the total package. So look out, Kokomo. I mean, the restaurants are going to feel it, the business are going to feel it, the amenities are going to feel it. I mean, so it's a good problem to have because there's some interest already on some suppliers and residual type of ancillary companies that want to be in and around the action as well. So
anything you can tell us about that? Any specifics? Not yet.
No, not yet.
So the feeding the construction workers, that's on the city, or you're just saying they're going to have to eat?
They just asked us to assist lining things up, so we'll probably have to work with a handful of caterers, and maybe it's something that because if you've got 700 employees on a work site, at a particular meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, that we may have to sit down and look at those not only locally but in the region and say, okay, can you do breakfasts on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for these? Then you've got lunch on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and just work something out.
I've said this a few times on this show now, but that's the stuff that blows my mind with the Samsung announcement. It's all the little ripple effect. I never would have crossed my mind. The construction team that's building this. Of course,
we were looking ahead. The size of the plant, 2.6 million square feet, in one building and 1,400 workers and stuff. But leading up to that, you need the folks here to put the structure up.
It's just nuts. So how many people are going to be actually construction workers are actually going to build this thing?
Yeah, so around 2,000. So he said about 700 on the work site potentially at any given time.
That's a lot of food.
Different shifts, like 3 different shifts, I'm assuming, or a couple different,
It's 21,000 meals. Or wait a minute, right? No, 2,100.
21.
It's 2,100 meals a day. Okay. That's new into our economy. Folks, that's insane.
It's insane.
That's insane.
It's great. We're blessed.
But I know you said you can't announce them, but you said there already are some industries that are interested in Kokomo that weren't before due to this? Yeah.
Yes.
That's exciting. Yep. So then the housing too, people are showing interest in building apartment complexes and things of that nature?
Well, not so much,
or just homes,
apartment complexes, homes. Yeah. I know one particular company, Arbor Homes, is working through a couple different phases of their Webster Crossing or Webster Park area, but then also a proposed development up on the northwest side of town as well, around Dixon and Judson Road. So plans for that are working its way through. So, but outside of single family homes, there's the need as well for additional apartment style living.
Gotcha. Okay. Aaron, anything you want to talk about? You're here too.
This heat, man.
This heat, man.
Ugh. That's it. I mean, that's the... I can't handle it. I forgot. Like, weren't we just complaining about how cold it was?
Yeah.
Right? And,
well,
and somebody
happy,
wise said, like, we'll, enjoy it now because it'll be hot before we know it. But it went from, like, temperate to...
Yeah.
You can drink the air outside.
Heat wave.
And speaking of the heat, I mean, I know the rescue mission and probably CAM and some other facilities. Now the city will open the senior center as a cooling station Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 until 6. There'll be bottled water there for anybody that is out in the heat and needs a place to get in and cool down a little bit and get a little relief. So the city specific will have the senior center in Foster Park available for folks to pop in. But again, I'm sure there will also be churches and other nonprofits, Family Service Association, the others that will probably also be providing the same.
Yeah, and it's just like this weird little heat wave that's coming through right now, which honestly, what was it? It was like 87 when we started recording this.
So it must be
it's already
raining.
down to 80 because of this rain that's going through right now. So it's dropped quite a bit. But I don't know. I was outside over the weekend and it just felt like it needed to rain.
Yeah.
Like it was so just thick with 2 C's out there. So maybe this rain will break it, and maybe the next few days that were supposed to be really hot, maybe they won't be as hot because it just felt like we really needed a good old rain. And I know most of the planting out in the fields has been done now. Now they're just like, give me all the water.
Yep.
Give me the water, make those plants, drink as much as possible.
How do you guys decide to do those things? When you just see one coming? I know you did warming stations during the winter. I mean, for you guys, what's the sort of overall cost to the city? How do you guys decide to make that call?
Really, I mean, it's low cost to us. I mean, we have a dedicated staff person that said we did the warming, or no, one of the cooling stations last year. We used the cabin there across from the senior center.
Yes, I remember that.
And had hardly anybody in, and so instead of having a dedicated employee there with the low number of interest and the availability really of the senior center, figured to use that because that's staffed full time anyhow. Yeah, and then really just the cost of providing bottled water for anybody that comes in, and so it's really minimal since the facility's already open, and we've got the possibility of Rogers if we need it as well. But it's just kind of.
What kind of usage do you guys see?
Very little, unfortunately. I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, but I mean, there are a few that might wander in, but I think because so many other organizations that provide services like the Rescue Mission and CAM and Salvation Army and Family Service Association, because a lot of those folks already have a relationship with those nonprofits, that's the first place they go to and think of.
That's my question, is how do you spread the word to folks who might need that assistance?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously, those that might need it may not have computers or cell phones and such, so we throw it on social media and hope that if anybody sees someone or people ask that by word of mouth it gets out. But outside of that, I mean, you take a chance. We put things, probably have notice on the trolleys and not necessarily Spirited Kokomo buses because they pick folks up at their homes and such, but when the trolleys are down, the buses help out. But so we'll have information on that to make sure that the drivers let those folks know that they have that available as well.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, let's get into it. The Ask the Mayor segment with Lexi's Drink Barn. Shout out to Lexi's, who's been a great partner of this show for a while now. If you guys are interested in a fountain Coke or even like a little snack bite to eat, and I can officially announce it. It's out. You guys might have seen it over the weekend. Lexi's officially has ice cream.
Sweet. You said it was coming.
I did.
You said it was coming.
It's not just ice cream. Well, first of all, it's a soft serve. So for ice cream purists out there, that's the type of ice cream it is. It's a soft serve, but it also has like a bunch of different flavorings you can add to it. Aesthetically, it's some of the coolest ice cream I've ever seen in my life. So they add like this gel type of icing around the soft. I'm going to pull up a picture so you can see what I'm saying. But there's different flavors you can try, and it's a great summer little treat. Stop by. As of right now, it is only on their Markland location, so come try it there. Yeah, like that's what it looks like.
Very
so
fun.
It's vanilla soft serve, flat. That's the type of soft serve. But then they have vanilla, chocolate swirl, butter pecan, green apple, peanut butter, my favorite, blue goo, mainly because I just don't know what that means, banana ripple, or birthday cake. Those are the flavorings you can get in the gel icing. And the best way, somebody said that this morning, best thing you can compare it to is when you get like an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. You know that gel icing you put on?
Sure.
That's what it is, but it's flavored in different ways. So go check that out. Shout out to Lexi's for being the Ask the Mayor segment partner for us for a while.
So when you're in the park with your friends throwing Frisbees, on your way home, be sure to stop at Lexi's.
Absolutely. That'd be a great thing
that
to
rhymes.
do. Oh, that totally. You're a poet. Did you know it? All right. So the first question is from Brandon on Facebook. West Phillips, Will Phillips Street ever be drivable again? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Well, NIPSCO was in and did the restoration work as they saw fit. So it is drivable now. However, it was not restored to the standards that the city of Kokomo desired.
Yeah.
And so either fortunately or unfortunately, it will be milled up again. It's going to be a 2-day job. I promise the folks, that frequent through there and live through there, it will be milled up and repaved curb to curb sometime soon. Because it's just, the patchiness, was
not great.
Was not
great. We are
one
of those frequent drivers.
It created seams that are going to wreak havoc. It's not aesthetically pleasing, and for everything that folks through there had to, or that lived there, but also drive through there frequently, had to endure, we had politely asked them to go curb to curb. They didn't. They patched it. So the engineering department,
it'd be a fun phone call to make.
Discussion. It was interesting. So we will most likely mill everything from Sycamore to Havens and repave it curb to curb, so it's done the way the city expected, and then we'll just deal with them later. So it's drivable now. It's not aesthetically pleasing, and it's a little interesting, but we're going to make it right.
Love that. Next question is from Heidi on Facebook. When we kind of already talked about it, we can just cover it again. What resources do people have for trying to stay cool in the heat advisory? Many
non-profits and probably even churches open their facilities for folks that need it. The city is opening the senior center with bottled water Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 10 to 6. Obviously, folks are able to cool down at Kokomo Beach. Bonaire Park on Wednesday, I think from 1 to 3. I think it's 1 to 3 is the next.
A water spray?
Water spray, Kokomo Fire Department water spray. So the fire department is back partnering with the Parks Department, brings one of the engines out. They throw some tarps down, a little water feature, and turn on the hose and just let the kids of all ages have a good time and enjoy it. So this Wednesday.
There's a lot of those this summer. So
Bonaire
1,
Park.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 separate water sprays that are planned right now. June 8th at Moore Park. So that already happened.
Yep.
And then like the one you're talking about, Bonaire Park at June 15th. June 23rd, there's one. June 29th, July 6th, July 13th, July 20th. I feel like in your first year.
There's actually another one. So next Saturday, it's not on the schedule.
Okay.
But next Saturday up at Studebaker Park is the Juneteenth celebration put on by Kokomo Housing Authority, Carver Center, Douglas School, and the city of Kokomo at Studebaker Park. So the fire department will have a water spray out there too next Saturday, the 18th, at their Juneteenth celebration.
So tell me, within your first year, I remember seeing photos, and I wish I could find them. I probably could if I dug hard enough, of you doing like this giant slip and slide.
That's it. That's water spray.
This is?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
You betcha, man.
I remember there's a childhood story of my dad setting up a slip and slide in our backyard. And of course he like cracks 2 ribs or something like that. So I have like, it wasn't my trauma. It was trauma from somebody else that like terrifies me of all things slip and slides, but more power to you.
I love it.
Love to see that.
Kids love it. Yeah. And the firefighters love it too. They love getting out and, and really they, even though they're hooked to one of the apparatus that drops the water onto the tarp, they then also run a separate hose out so the kids can go up and actually run the hose with the firefighters, see how it feels.
That's fun.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
we
should take our kids to that. They would love that.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, there's just, I'm looking forward to Kokomo. Speaking of just ways to cool off, Kokomo Beach, I think I told everybody, it was my first time ever going last year, right?
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Like you.
I've told you,
here.
I'm not a off the top of my head, I'm not like, oh yes, water park kind of guy. Like that's not me. I think we've talked about many times on the phone. I'm not a fun person. I don't really seek.
Define fun.
Well, I don't know.
Fun.
Like a water park.
Yeah.
Like it's just not for me. However, I had a delightful time. I will admit it. Like the water slide was fun.
They have a lazy
and my
river.
kids are, the lazy river was something.
Here is what I like.
Honestly, to me, it was more of a stressful river because I feel like the whole time I felt like I was falling off my tube, which really freaked me out. But it was fun. I think the older my kids get, the more I can relax fully while I'm there. But
I feel like there's got to be a meme someplace that in all of life, there are two types of people. There are water park people and non-water park people, and they marry each other, right?
So you love water parks.
I do. I don't know. I love doing stuff. I guess that's really it. Like it's so fun. The kids admittedly last year our son
lame.
was
It's hitting me right now how lame of a human being I am. Because literally you're talking about fun like a water park. And now I'm thinking in my head all right, what do I think is fun? Oh, going getting coffee and a car wash. That's so fun to me and relaxes me. Yeah, I'm a lame human being. It just hit me. I don't know. In the comments, in the chat, if you're watching this, are you a water park person
fun or
are you not a water park person? And I don't know.
Total water park.
I don't have anything against
by that
people that are water park people. And like I said, I had a delightful time when I went. I don't know. I'm lame.
You're not
Maybe
lame.
I'm lame.
No.
I don't know. I think you're just being nice, but I don't know. I'm not a thrill seeker, I guess. Maybe I am. Maybe sometimes I am.
Well, in some respects, yes. It depends on the thrill.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, and last year, our kids are right at the age. We have one child who is an excellent swimmer. She's on the swim team, and another who is not yet able to do that. Yeah. And so there's that really tenuous time for a parent where your kid has their confidence outpaces their swimming ability.
Oh yeah.
And so that's what our youngest is right now. So last year was just trying to keep 37 pounds of very active boy on top of the lazy river, just keep him up.
It was a stressful river. It was a stressful river. But when they get that green band and I'm good with them, that's definitely a game changer. Pam commented and said, I'm with Erin. She's a water park person. So, I don't know. You and Pam can go to the water park together. I would love that for you.
Love it.
Be great.
Love it. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Next question is from Dennis on Facebook. This was a question live. Dennis, this is kind of a funny question. I think you probably wrote this trying to be a little sassy, but okay. What episode do we discuss having more ambulances to start eliminating the no medic available? Dennis, what episode do we not discuss that?
That's a great question.
That probably... well, let me say this.
The last one
Welcome
might
to
not
the
have.
Mayor Tyler Moore Show, because obviously I don't think you've ever watched before. We're so happy you're here. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching.
Which episode will we discuss Phillips Street and paving?
And sidewalks and potholes. So this gets discussed a lot. So much you probably just yeah. So anyway, welcome. We're so happy you're here, Mr. Mayor. The question really isn't about, he was asking what episode, but I think he wants to know about the ambulance situation in the city of Kokomo. Right. Would you like to discuss that?
So as you mentioned, we've discussed it in the past, and it's an ongoing effort of ours. It all comes down to staffing. Yes, we've got the truck, one as opposed to two, because back in 2008 was the last time the fire department provided an ambulance service along with the hospitals at that time. And when they did, the department was 122 firefighters strong. We're now at 89. So making sure that we have enough bodies on trucks, on the actual engines themselves, is we're trying to work our way back up, but the only way to staff ambulance now is scheduled forced overtime, if you will, which some of the guys are willing to do, but knowing the amount of overtime that they've worked in the last handful of years, don't want to overwork or tax them. So we're getting there. I know that right now we're inching our way in because the fire department has made an arrangement with Kokomo Speedway, and so the Kokomo Fire Department ambulance has been stationed at Kokomo Speedway the last handful of races, again with limited hours, but we are working toward getting that ambulance back into service, mainly to have on active fire scenes, because not only is an ambulance required for medical attention at an active fire, but once the site is secured, if you will, medically, that then allows those two firefighters off the ambulance to help battle the fire. So we get 2 additional firefighters at the scene. So that's what we're working toward. Again, baby steps as we go, because staffing has been the issue since 2008, since they put it out. So we're getting there. It's not that we're ignoring it. It's not that we don't care that there's occasionally a report of no medics available. The hospitals are doing the best they can too. The transports, sometimes it takes an ambulance out of service at that time, running them to and from Indianapolis. But we're getting there. We're working on it, and as we continue to add bodies, next year's going to be a great year for the fire department, because there's nobody in the drop now, so we'll be able to really aggressively add some bodies and gain some ground on that before we head into 24.
Well, gotcha. to recap from a previous episode, I believe you had said that you guys are really looking at what is that budget number to add additional bodies, rather than expend for more overtime from the same number that you have. Bet. So it looks like 2023's budget will be, I'm assuming, pretty drastically different than what you've got this year.
Yeah, and although COVID is still very much evident, it's not wreaking the havoc that it did the last 2 years, and not only COVID, but also a lot of injuries and scheduled surgeries for a lot of the firefighters as well. Really beefed up the numbers on overtime, and so therein lied the struggle as well with that. Scheduling overtime when there's already overtime being spent to get folks on the ambulance.
Well, and without going into any specific details, I'll say that Drew and I happened to be passing by when there was an emergency that our first responders came
last
to.
Tuesday, something like that.
Yeah, and just what an incredible, just trained professional group. Cool. I mean, I really was. Yeah. We know it.
It was kind of crazy to see in the moment.
And we went through, and some of our team, I got to be there for Fire Ops 101 last year. So really cool episode of Kokomo Post Tries where we got to see as civilians just a little peek behind the curtain for all that they do in their training, from their training as first responders for fire, but also for medical emergencies, and just I really was floored by how quickly and professionally and efficiently. Yep. So it was my first time getting to see it in real life in an actual situation. So I was wowed. Yeah,
and the same for me. I've never seen that. I guess that up close. I've seen like an ambulance before, obviously, but I mean to see it up close was. It was fascinating. It really was. It was militant. Yeah. Like, and really, their process, the way they had. Too,
when it says there's no medic available, a lot of it is the transport from the scene. So, I mean, on medical calls, I mean, we're dispatching a fire truck, and all of our firefighters are EMT certified. And so when they get to the scene, they're performing the duties that EMTs do when they arrive. It's just then they can't throw them on the back of the fire truck and transport them to the hospital. So therein lies, some of the struggle, especially if they get them stabilized and need to get them to the hospital if they're still waiting on a bus.
Can I say an amazing thing just happened on this show?
I saw it too.
And you're probably the only one that hasn't seen it. Dennis is still watching.
Oh, great.
So
hey, Dennis.
Thank you, sir.
Like I said, thank you for watching. Welcome to the Mayor Tyler Moore Show. And he just responded to this, saying, I appreciate the answer. I think a lot of people, myself included, are so quick to just blame the city and the previous administration that we don't actively seek out a response. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Dennis.
that is why this show exists.
I love it.
Dennis, thank you for
100%
having that attitude. Thank you for sticking around and listening to an answer to one of your questions. Literally, that's why we do this show, is to have like an open dialogue, to give you guys this guy's ears, and to figure stuff out. So thank you so much for your question. Thank you for watching. I hope you're back next Monday because we do this literally every week. Next question is from Rebecca on Facebook. Okay, I love tradition, and first things that went away was my favorite Christmas tree house on Sycamore. And now the Weeker Park at Christmas time is no longer a thing. So I'm reading it. There were like 7 O's in her. So is there anything?
There were 4.
4. Okay. Is there anything in the works to replace any of those 2 things? Something with Christmas lights and cocoa. LOL. I mean, at least the Christmas trees at the mall is still a thing. Rebecca on Facebook. Rebecca, I hope you're still watching.
Yeah. So we've brought the Christmas parade back, and so we'll continue to do that. That was a big hit. Try to find ways to still light up the downtown area with lights and such. I know there have been some individuals looking for an opportunity to replicate some version of a We Care Park. I know the Wyant family sold all of their displays to
different people,
probably hundreds of different people and such. So I know the Wise Men still do the displays down in Highland Park. So
City of Lights.
Maybe as
good one.
Yeah, City of Lights.
But there's also Greentown. I mean, out at the fairgrounds,
they are doing more now out there. Yeah,
but yeah, with it being downtown, there probably isn't anything to the magnitude that We Care Park always was. But I know folks are trying to replicate some version of that. But we'll still get the city lights down through Highland Park and do what we can on the square.
Let me ask this question, and I feel like I don't know the history of this. There were several years where the downtown square had some wild Christmas decorations that I think then went to We Care Park.
Lizards.
That was me. That was my first year as commissioner.
Was it really?
I remember there being like the clock and the mouse went up the clock.
There's a famous YouTube video.
There's a YouTube video that
some
I
British
have watched.
guy.
I don't know if he was really British, but I have watched.
Yeah.
Multiple times that video. That was funny. It was clever and funny. What was the history of those decorations? What was that?
So, well, I mean,
and I hope everybody watching can follow this because
they were donated. And so when I came in as commissioner, Commissioner Dave Trine was commissioner, and Bill Thompson, and we had folks saying, why don't we have more lights on the square? More lights on the square. And so I thought, okay, we'll dress it up. And we had a gentleman who lives on the outskirts of town, outside in Howard County, and had a handful of displays, and he graciously donated them to the county to put in the downtown area, and they were just some random. I mean, yeah, you had some traditional ones, but yes, there was a dinosaur.
That's what it was. It was the T-Rex of the Nativity.
And the Loch Ness Monster, I think, as well. There was a woodpecker.
Yes.
There was a woodpecker one that was on a post, and it had a speaker, and so it was moving, but I kid you not, and I got a call from Mayor Goodnight when we installed it. It was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And he's like, Commissioner, there's that, I can hear that woodpecker from my house. I'm like, oh, you can't. I said, what do you mean? He goes, there's a loudspeaker on that woodpecker, and I can hear it from my house. I'm like, oh, you cannot. And I drove downtown, and you could hear it. I mean, it was just.
That's amazing. In my head, that is such like an episode of that Parks and Rec show.
Yes.
Where hey, we need more Christmas lights. We found this guy who wants to donate a bunch of them, but you didn't look at them before you set them up. So you get, thanks for all these lights. We appreciate you setting them up. And there's just random things.
Yes.
I love it.
The T-Rex was but there were great lights. And I think eventually, if I'm not wrong, some of them ended up at We Care Park.
Yeah.
Probably.
I believe so.
I like the We Care Park, the fishing. It's like a little pond, and there was this guy fishing. Yeah. Anyway, Bree on Facebook, I wonder who that could be. Probably the biggest Christmas elf I know, by the way. She says, out of curiosity, is there a reason why the city didn't purchase or adopt the lights from We Care Park to display in another location? Maybe add them to the lights at Highland Park.
because the Wiseman still coordinated the lights there. Because we didn't have it, because Mike Wyant's, the Wyant families, that was their private property. That wasn't a city park. And I don't know what the annual costs for electricity was there, but I know it was and it was through the roof.
Sure.
So there just wasn't plans or budget in place to purchase those and to pay the electric bill.
But tell me
Who owns
how
the light displays at Highland Park? Are those owned by the city?
No, they're owned by the Wiseman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Wiseman do, but the city pays for the electricity on those.
I just had the best idea in the world. Okay, so the frozen sand lot.
This is happening.
That happens within the diamond, correct? Mainly.
Yeah, down first base line.
You have the entire outfield to do something else. You remake a We Care-ish park walkable adventure through the outfield of the base. And then
There's
you
no
have
mud.
parking out there. You already have tickets.
You don't have to have the hay.
You have concessions. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
that could
goodness.
be a Kokomo Winter Wonderland.
Well, there you go. Send it around the
Bree
frozen
wants to know,
sand
can Mayor Moore turn his home into the new We Care Park?
My wife
think
would
you're dreaming
love
now.
that.
Rebecca's all
not
about
enough
it.
room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, but holy moly, we've got that stadium. They got the whole outfield. Let's do something with it. That could be so fun.
Find the T-Rex.
Tell me that wouldn't be just the most winter wonderland. You'd get people. You know that Christmas market down in Carmel that like people travel the state to go see?
Yes.
This could be our version.
There
of
you
it.
go.
We've already
Okay.
got the whole freaking, literally, it's a stadium set up. It's perfect. Thank you, Rebecca. She thinks it's an amazing
If
idea.
my mother's watching, she'll be all on board with it.
Oh, yeah.
Your mother is also.
She's a huge
She's a Christmas.
Yeah, she's still pushing for, because we did the movie in the stadium a few times.
Yep.
She wants those little like plastic or whatever igloos that you see
yeah.
at wineries.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yes.
She wants those
Yeah.
set up and then have
Urban Vines has those.
Have a Hallmark Christmas movie night.
I'm not making this up. Rebecca just commented, you could film a Hallmark movie there. Let's bring Hallmark to, that was me.
Oh
It was
my gosh.
That was me like excited. Like
Okay.
bring Hallmark to Kokomo and we'll film a movie at the stadium, Winter Wonderland. I love that we're talking about this when it's a heat advisory outside. That irony just hit me.
Here's
Love
a
that.
question. Is this similar in nature to when we see Facebook posts that are like, you know what Kokomo needs? Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's.
You know,
But you know what?
we need
Cedar Point.
This is right, though.
Sometimes we see that, and it's like, well, I mean, like, how hard could it be to bring like a full scale amusement park
No.
like
You know what?
here to Kokomo? That can't be that hard. Like, figure it out, Mayor. That's the
Hallmark
city's
Christmas
job.
movie set.
Pam, we could make
Is
it
this the
happen.
same?
Pam says, okay, agreed, great idea. It's happening, but whether you like it or not. Just needs to be sure that the folks who use a wheelchair walking or, it's accessible to them as well. We can make that happen. There's entrances. Yeah, we can make that happen. Cool. Awesome. Well, that's a great way to end the Ask the Mayor segment, partnering with Lexi's Drink Barn. Folks, Winter Wonderland's coming to Kokomo. It's great. We already have the budget for it. It's great. Kokomo Post is going to help make it happen. So thanks for watching this episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show. As always, let's end with a dad joke. If it's Christmas related, that'd be great. Rebecca, get that Chick-fil-A stuff out of here. Popeyes is better.
No, we were talking about the Bobkats, and after they win the championship, I'm surprised. I mean, a lot of them will probably not go on vacation.
Why would they not go on vacation?
They may get called for traveling.
That's a rule in basketball for those watching. Bree, you might not know that.
Got it.
Yeah.
I would think she'd know.
Gotcha. Kate. Well, Chris O'Neill, we'll get to that next time because we're wrapping up here. Thanks for watching this episode of the Mayor Tyler Moore Show. Once again, thanks to Walls Furniture and Mattress here in Kokomo for always being the partner of the show. We really appreciate it. We will see you next time, Kokomo. Thank you.
See you, Kokomo.